Till now, you would have seen so many videos that you need to do and that you need to improve in order to become fluent in English, right? In this video, I am going to discuss with you or share with you some of the points that you should not do as an English learner or as an English speaker. Okay, let's get started without any delay. Hi, Namaste. Welcome back to Learn with Gowthami channel. The first thing you should not do is that you should not be ashamed of the level you are right now. Everyone starts from the basic level itself. There is no one who have jumped directly into advanced level or directly into intermediate level. You need to keep that in mind. Everyone started from their basic level. So, never be ashamed of the level you are if you are a beginner. The next thing is that you should not compare yourself with other English learners and English speakers. Right? Stop comparing yourself. Why do you compare yourself? I never compare myself. Most of the time, I never compare myself. I don't like to compare myself. Speaking English is a skill. I am good in one way. You may be good at another way, right? Then how can I compare myself with you? I can't compare. You should stop comparing if you are doing that. Actually, while comparing, if you are knowing that you are not as good as them, then you are definitely going to be low. Your confidence levels are going to become low, right? Then why to compare? It is not necessary. Just focus on your problems. Just focus on the issues faced by you while speaking English and work on them. If you want to compare with anyone, just compare with yourself. How are you speaking now? How did you speak yesterday? And how do you want to speak tomorrow? That is the way you need to compare yourself. You should not compare with others. You cannot judge a book by its cover. So stop comparing. You don't know at which aspect they are good at. The next thing is that never be ashamed of your English. Never be ashamed of the way you are speaking English, or never be ashamed of the words you are using in English, or never be ashamed of the accent you are using while speaking English. There is nothing wrong. There is no rule that you need to speak like the native speaker only if you want to speak English. There is no rule as such. So, don't be ashamed. You are doing a lot of hard work in order to improve your English speaking skills. So, why are you ashamed of? In fact, feel proud that you are putting a lot of energy, a lot of efforts in order to learn this language, which is not your native language. The next thing is that don't discourage yourself. If I see a person who is speaking good English than me, then what I should do is that I need to make conversations with that person more such that it is going to develop my communication skills and my English speaking skills. That is what I need to do. Instead of doing that, if I feel discouraged and if I think that I am not smart enough, then what is that I am going to gain? I am going to gain nothing, right? I am going to feel depressed. That should not be the case. You should not discourage yourself when you find a smart person who is speaking better English than you. Instead, you need to learn from them. You need to make more conversations with them and you need to learn from them. You need to get inspiration from them such that you are going to speak such good English one fine day. And believe that the day is not too far and you are right in front of the day. Okay? Trust yourself. Many of us make mistakes. Actually, all of us make mistakes. So, why are you even bothered about mistakes? Don't take your mistakes too seriously, which is going to slow down your learning process. Get to know your mistakes, work on your mistakes, rectify them, and never ever repeat that mistake. That's it. That is what you are going to do, not more than that. Okay? I was never ashamed of my mistakes. I tried to rectify my mistakes. I know so many people after watching this video, I made very silly mistakes. They may think that why should I watch her videos, right? But from every person, every English learner and every English speaker, you are going to learn something or the other. And you can implement it in your life. Believe me, nothing goes waste. I know so many of them may be laughing at my mistakes, but I am not afraid. That is what you need to do. Don't ever give an important place to mistakes that you are doing. Just work on them and try to reduce them. After so much practice, after practicing since years and years, many of them don't get confidence enough and they feel like they are not good at English even after practicing so much. They become frustrated. They become harsh to themselves that nothing is possible. That should not be the case. You should not tell to yourself, you should not demotivate yourself that nothing is possible. You should be confident. Maybe the path you choose to learn English is not right. Maybe it may be the reason. Or maybe you know everything, but some other issues are bothering you. Focus on them and try to work on them. If you think harder, if you make a commitment here and here, then you are going to achieve it. Don't expect end results and just focus on your learning process. Just trust yourself. Don't be harsh on yourself. You are obviously good in your own way. And one more thing is that there is no rule that everyone is going to understand what I am speaking, right? Because my accent is different. Never feel bad if someone is not able to understand your accent. Just try to be yourself. Speak the way you are. Try to explain them again. If they are again not able to understand you, try to explain them again. This is how you are going to become good at this speaking skill. Don't feel ashamed or don't feel low when someone is not able to understand you. Instead, try to explain them in a very brief and clear manner, much more than before, such that the other person is able to understand you. Many of the people think that they don't have enough words to speak. This is wrong. Every one of us have enough words to speak, but what we want to know is that we must know how to use those words. Right? Everyone thinks that first I need to start learning all the words. Then only I am going to start speaking English. Then only I am going to have that set of vocabulary to speak English. No, that is not true. You have your limited set of words. You can conveniently speak with them. You should not tell to yourself that you don't know words. You know enough words. They may be in your passive mind. You need to bring out them. Okay? What you need to do is that just brush your mind. That's it. Brush up your mind. Nothing else. Don't tell such silly reasons to yourself. I told it as a silly reason because if you keenly observe, all the real life conversations have only limited words. Only those words will be repeating. That is the reason I told this is a silly reason. And another thing is that many of us tell to ourselves that we are bad at our pronunciation of the words. We are lacking pronunciation. That is what we tell to ourselves regularly. Even I used to do that mistake. But now I am not doing. If I know that I am not pronouncing the word correctly, I am working on it. But I am not blaming myself for my pronunciation of the words because I am working on it. That is what you need to do. If you are not good at pronouncing words, just take a task of pronouncing 5 words that you don't know or that you want to learn and practice them. The best tip is that whatever you read it loud. That is the way you are going to practice your pronunciation. Your jaw muscles must get habituated to your pronunciation, to the English words. All these years you have spent speaking your own native language. How do you expect instant results that you are going to pronounce all the English words within a few days perfectly? Right? If you are able to speak in such a way that the other person is able to understand, it obviously means that you are good at your pronunciation and you are good at delivering your thoughts. That is enough. Some people think that English is a language that is very difficult to learn, and this is a myth. Yes, this is a myth that English is very difficult to learn. If you once start the process of learning English, then you will enjoy the process. Then you will know how easy it is to learn English and how easy it is to improve your English speaking skills. One thing that you need to do is that you need to immerse yourself in English. You need to enjoy this process of learning. That is when you are going to find the reality that English is a language that you can learn easily. I have seen and I have met so many people who try to speak English from years and years, but still they don't see any improvement in their English speaking skills. It may be because they are not doing one most important thing, that is doing real life conversations. How hard you may be doing, how hard you may be working upon your improvement, you may not find results as you expected because you are not actually speaking to others. So make it habit of speaking to others, then you will definitely find results. And don't tell to yourself that you don't have time to speak English or you don't have time to work on your speaking skills, okay? Just find time. We make time for the things that are important to us, right? So that is the reason I am telling you to set a realistic goal. So you have a reason why you need to learn English, then you will automatically find time to learn English. Okay? Instead of that, don't tell to yourself that you are very busy, so that is the reason I am not able to practice speaking English. Don't tell that again. Another biggest thing that many of us make an excuse is that I am not from English medium school. Right, many of them tell this. There is no rule that each and every student coming from English medium school is a fluent English speaker. There is no rule that every person or every student who is from a non-English medium school cannot speak English. Right? Why are you bothering too much? Why are you taking that thing into consideration that you are not from an English medium school? Don't think about it at all. Just see yourself as an English learner. That's it. Don't think about your past because you can't change it, right? Start from wherever you are. Start from where you are right now. Stop thinking of the past and stop regretting that you have not studied in an English medium school. Okay? Don't make it one of the reasons that is stopping you from learning English. Another one mistake that everyone is doing is that they tell to themselves every time they tell to themselves that my English is not good. I cannot speak good English. You are not speaking to impress others. You are just speaking to deliver your thoughts and to spread the knowledge. You want to share your ideas with someone, that is why you are speaking English. Then why do you feel every time that your English is not good? If the other person is able to understand, it means that you are not bad at English. Right? You are going to become good at English when you are actually speaking English. Change the way you think. Change the way you think about your speaking skills. If you think that you are not going to speak good English, then you are obviously not going to speak good English because you feel nervous. You start fumbling. You are going to create a mess. Is that you wanted to happen? No, right? Believe that you are a good English speaker and then automatically you are going to become a good English speaker. And the last thing that you should not tell to yourself is that one fine day, you are going to speak English fluently, right? One day is going to come and I believe that day is not too far for me and you people also. I hope that because we are putting a lot of hard work, right? So, if that one day is right today, we should not be arrogant to other English speakers or other English learners. We should not show arrogance. Even if we are fluent in English, there may be some other thing we are not good at, right? So never be arrogant to other English speakers or other English learners. Just be as simple as that. Okay, that's it all for today. I hope you are not going to tell to yourself all these points that I have mentioned in this video. If you tell these points to yourself regularly, what happens is that they are going to pull you down. They are going to slow the process of your learning. In order to become an fluent English speaker, right now, right from today, stop telling these sentences to yourself. And finally, don't blame yourself for everything. If you are not able to speak English even after years, it just means that you are lacking at one point which you need to work on. That's it. It does not mean that you are bad because you are not able to speak English. Thank you for joining me in this video and see you soon in the next video. If you like this video, don't forget to like it because it will be shared to many other people. And share it to your friends and family members who are trying to learn English. And don't forget to subscribe the channel because it may be useful to you in one way or the other.